What about Nate?
Nate is a very good sound technical wrestler. You know, he's for being the stature that he is, he's very believable of what he can do in the ring.
Correct.
Who was the other? Oh, wow, I forgot.
I know. I was wondering when you were going to realize.
Oh,
I was going to do a follow-up question.
Yeah, Craig Hare.
Craig Hare.
Craig Jeezy.
God, what a work of art that kid was.
Good or bad?
Okay.
Burial.
I'll go ahead and say this. Craig was a pure wrestler. He wrestled in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had amateur credentials.
Yeah, he was very good.
I say credentials, it's high school, but still, that's a good base.
He won competitions. He was
Good
very
for him.
solid.
Oh,
like,
wow.
But the thing was he got an ego.
Mm. Was he the star student?
Yes.
Okay.
He outshined a lot of us just based on the fact that he already knew how to wrestle whenever he came in.
Mm.
The only thing he had to learn was just not to rip someone's head off.
So yeah, not so hard.
Light and loose, you know. Well, he ended up being my first match at Gulf South, which came a year later after I started training with Percy.
Mm-hmm.
And we put on a hell of a show, I think. I mean, sad thing is I don't have it recorded.
How did you find out about your first match ever? Who told you who you were working?
The way this is how they snuck it in on us, because they didn't want to tell us in 2 months you are going to have your first match,
Right.
because in the fear that we would just start phoning it in, like, oh, we got our match, we don't care.
Mm.
So the way they would do it was they would have us work out these spots as drills, and then they'd have us start combining the spots. Like, all right, now you're going to do remember the opening spot we would have y'all do for the warm-up? All right, now do that, and then follow it through with this other spot that we had you do. And then we do that consecutive. Then we do, to the point where we worked a 10-minute match and didn't even know that that's what we were working.
Mm-hmm.
So after class, Percy comes and says, well, guess what? Y'all going to work that little gimmick y'all had? Y'all going to work it at the next show.
Mm. Did you crap your pants? What was your...
I almost fainted on the spot. Like, I was super excited. Like, I had the shakes. Like, This was it. This was what I wanted to do. And then my mind went instantly, oh shit, I gotta wear tights.
Because Percy's big on...
Yeah, there was no t-shirts allowed. And I was very self-conscious about my body. I still kind of am in some aspects.
You were also fully shaved. I mean, you were very baby-faced.
This was, I had a full-on beard at the time. And Percy said, go home and shave it. And I was like, why? He says, because we're not introducing you as a heel.
Uh-huh.
He says, traditionally in wrestling, heels are usually the ones with the scruffy faces. I want you two are two young guys coming out of my school. I want the baby face appeal. I want it to look like you two are young and fresh and starting out, and fresh in their craft. So yeah, I went home and I pouted, but I shaved. I did everything that I was told to do, and showed up, and we worked the 10-minute Broadway.
Were you on first?
No, we were on second. And reason for that was that we didn't really know how the crowd was going to react to that match. Basically, all it was, and it was even put over in the program, that it was a student exhibition match.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the top students, the two students that are graduating the Gulf South School,
mm-hmm.
are going to put on a match for you, and may the best student win. But Percy always had a hook. He always had an angle, to make it, to where neither one of us had an ego as far as like who's getting put over on our first match.
Yeah, because that would definitely
inflate some egos.
Mm-hmm.
So what we ended up doing was, it was a 10-minute Broadway, which means nobody won.
Time limit draw.
Time limit draw. Yeah. And basically what happened was after that, the Dog River boys, who were our trainers, Eon Flex and Ricky Roberts, came out and basically put over how great these two students' trainers must have been to train two awesome, Mac technicians, and
right.
then basically, it was an inside joke, and proceeded to beat the living crap out of us, and then started, got them their heat, and then we worked the same match over in at the Whiskey, which was his other venue, and worked in front of a different crowd there, and the rest is history. After that, we were working shows.
Okay. I think now's a good place to kind of take a break. We'll get something to drink. It's not going to affect our viewers on YouTube because I can just go to the next one, but this is a good cutoff for us. When we come back, I think we're going to hit on your wrestling through Gulf South. You starting to work with Dirty South Pro Wrestling, getting bookings outside of your comfort zone, working with guys who you watched in PWA, and some other stuff. So we'll be back with the Joe Gibson Shoot.